Good evening, everyone. I see that there are still a couple arriving, so I'm just waiting for them to join in. Okay. So we are going to be keeping the class to about 40 minutes this evening. Later on, I will go through exactly what we're covering in the class today. I will just start with telling you who we are. I see that there are a couple of familiar names on the call. What I'm showing you here is our class website, tricitiesmeditation.com. So we're volunteers who have been practicing Sahaja Yoga meditation for a number of years, and we've also been teaching Sahaja Yoga in the Tri-Cities free of charge since 2012. Normally our classes are at the Evergreen, but because of the pandemic, we're trying to move our classes online. So this is really our first attempt at having our classes online. So we ask for your patience in case we run into any in case we may run into any technical difficulties this evening. And if you do run into any technical difficulties, I believe you can send me a chat message, and then I'll try to keep an eye on that and try to help you out. Otherwise, I think we can go straight into it. I have a little slide deck here. I thought I should start with what I believe are the most relevant benefits these days of meditation practice. And I have included a very colorful and happy photo. And actually my two daughters are right there in the center of the photo. And this was actually a Sahaja Yoga meditation setting. And later on in the class, you will also learn and find out what they're actually doing with these little buckets in front of them. But I think during these times, you can see we've outlined benefits. There are mental, emotional, physical benefits. There's a spiritual growth. But I think for me, what has been absolutely most valuable to me would be just being able to stay grounded, and I would say the detachment and perspective that meditation gives me, and then in my decision making, in the way I approach everything in life, it brings me so much clarity and simplicity. So hope that these are all the things that you will gradually start to experience and will unfold for you as well in your practice. So what we are showing you here is, we have more joining us still. We call this in Sahaja Yoga as our subtle system. You can see it is a system of, you may have heard of chakras, you may have heard of energy channels. So this is a system that exists in all human beings. We're all the same, we have the system within us. So Sahaja Yoga allows us to touch, we can say these are the roots of our well-being. And as we go through the classes, you will learn about these centers. You will learn about these channels. But to begin with, just for today's purposes, this is the premise of Sahaja Yoga, that in our sacrum bone at the bottom of the spine, there is a dormant energy known as the Kundalini. You may have heard of this Sanskrit word before. So in our meditation, the Kundalini is spontaneously awakened. She rises up along the spinal cord, and we refer to her as our mother Kundalini. She cleanses and corrects our chakras and channels along the way. She gives us balance. She nourishes us. We can say she heals us. When the mother Kundalini is able to cross through the sixth center, which is, you can say, the level of the mind, she pushes our attention beyond the thoughts, so we can become thoughtlessly aware, and that's just a natural happening. It's not by us concentrating very hard on our breathing or imagining something in our mind. So in Sahaja Yoga, everything is a natural happening. We just need to surrender to it and allow it to unfold. This energy, the Kundalini, she rises up along the spine, and once she reaches the top of the head, she actually pierces through this last chakra, opening it, enlightening it, and this is the state, what has been described or called as yoga, the Sanskrit word, which actually means connection. I have a simple animation here. It's not very high quality, but it essentially shows you that the Kundalini is at the bottom of the spine, and you can see that it rises against gravity up to the very last chakra. And what happens is there is a relaxation of the entire central nervous system. And as I mentioned, it pushes our attention beyond our thoughts. So very quickly, before we jump into our first step today, this is what we will be doing, affirmation exercise. After this session, if you could send me your email address, I will provide you to the link to this information so you can follow this at home. The second step to establish our regular practice would be to add a simple clear out technique. We'll be going through that in the following sessions. You will learn to understand your own vibrations. You will start feeling your own chakras on your fingertips, and you can vary your meditations according to what you feel. And later on, we will be able to add more knowledge. But this is how we will start out. So without any further delay, here's what we will be going through today. We start with the affirmation exercise. I will guide you through. There will be some images that I put up on the screen so you can see where we place our hands during this affirmation exercise that guides us into meditation. I'm hoping that we will have enough time to balance the left and right channels. We'll be just following the affirmations. Again, time permitting, we'll show just a short video clip. And then the end of the class, I will put up a slide that says silent meditation, and there will just be music. And then the Zoom session will just end on its own. So, affirmation exercise. So as you can see on the screen, this beautiful little graphic here, I'm going to just slide through the steps. So please keep your left hand open, resting on your lap, the palm facing upwards. Your right hand would be placed following what this graphic is showing you. And then we will be repeating these affirmations accordingly. The number of times are also shown here. And you will see that the hand movement changes throughout this affirmation exercise. So I'll just quickly show you. We start from the level of the heart. We move to our stomach on the left side. We move to our abdomen on the left side, so on and so forth. So let me go back to step one. This is step three. Step two, step one. So again, left hand open, resting on our lap. We put our right hand on the heart. If you're ready, you can close your eyes. Feel free to also open your eyes if you need to look at the screen. Otherwise, I'm going to guide you through. I will put on some background music. It may have some effect on the audio quality, but we'll try this out, see how it works. So our right hand on the heart. Whenever you're ready, please close your eyes. Bring your attention inside. We're addressing our Kundalini energy inside of us. We're going to ask a question 3 times. And I, the pure spirit, silently inside. We bring our right hand down to the left side of the stomach. And this is the center of our self-mastery. Here we're going to ask a question 3 times. Again, we ask this question to the Kundalini energy inside us. So we can ask 3 times, Mother Kundalini, am I my own guru? Am I my own master? We bring our right hand down to the left side of the abdomen. The center has 6 petals. And so we're going to ask this question 6 times. Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge 6 times on this center. We bring our right hand back up to the left side of the stomach. The center has 10 petals, and this time, instead of asking a question, we're going to affirm inside. Mother Kundalini, I am my own guru. We move our right hand now back up to the level of the heart on the left-hand side. And we affirm silently inside 12 times. Mother Kundalini, I am the pure spirit. Next, we work on the chakra or the center, which is between our shoulder and our neck. We place our right hand on the our right hand on the left-hand side, the corner of the neck and the shoulder. This is the center on the left side, which gets affected when we carry guilt inside us. And at this time when we are seeking to have this connection, this meditation, this awakening, we should forgive ourselves and forget our past. And here we say 16 times for the 16 petals, not to worry about being too exact. 16 times inside Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty at all. Next, we move our right hand up across the forehead. And here, according to how you feel, you don't have to be too exact with the number of times, but according to how you feel from the heart, to open the center, we say, Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone, including myself. We bring our right hand now to the back of our head. Here we ask inside, we can say, all divine or all pervading power, please forgive me for any mistakes I may have made against my spirit. Finally, we bring our right palm to the top of our head, the area which is called as the fontanelle bone. It's where babies have the soft spot on the top of their head. We place our right palm on the fontanelle bone area, which is slightly towards the front on the top of the head. We stretch back our fingers, press down. And here we ask 7 times inside, Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. In Sahaja Yoga, we have some very simple techniques, taking help from the natural elements to help us improve the quality of our meditations. So a very simple first step would be to try and balance our left and right energy channels. So hopefully you're able to see what I have got up on the screen right now with two images. For this first class, we can try something very simple. Keep our left hand resting on the lap, palm facing upwards, and we point our right hand towards the Mother Earth. This is the first step for balancing our left side, which is our emotional aspect inside us. Can say, Mother Earth, please give me balance. Mother Earth, please absorb all the imbalances, all the negativity that may be inside our left energy channel. If you have thoughts coming, the best thing to do at this point would be inside yourself to say, I forgive the thought, and try not to follow the thought. If there is anything specific that is absorbing your attention, something that you may be worried about, or something that you're upset about, you can ask Mother Earth. You can say, please take away my worries, or please take away my anger, or my guilt. So just one more time, we're going to put our right hand on the top of the head on the last chakra. We try to keep our attention here as much as possible. ask inside, Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. So what we have done just now today, this affirmation exercise, would be a very simple first step um, to try and bring your attention inside and reach a state of meditation. But you will see that with time, um, the state becomes stronger as you get into it. So, as I mentioned earlier, if you would like to receive these affirmations, please send me your email address. I will put that up on the screen again later on, where you can contact me. Before that, I would like to show just a very short video clip. I'm hoping that the audio works properly, but in case it doesn't, please send me a text message in the chat, and then I may need to cut it short. Here we go. Let's give it a try. I think I am sharing my computer sound. Okay.
There's a system that can connect us to the most authentic and profoundest part of our being, the self. But humankind needs support in its search. Thankfully, there is a way to realize the self, to become one with this hidden treasure that lies within every human being, and whose nature is beauty, harmony, and peace. Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi was completely aware of this. Using her profound and innate knowledge, she studied all the different combinations and mechanisms that make up our human nature.
That people used to get self-realization, all right. But one master had only one disciple. Gradually it started in a way that they started talking about it. From the, I think, 12th century, it became more open, but it has been there for years together. Now, when they started talking about it, they couldn't give a mass realization. They could only give to one person. So the only thing that I have done is to work out the permutations and combinations of human nature, by which I have understood how to give a mass realization.
The key to mass transformation is the experience of self-realization. Realizing the self means discovering the perfect eternal essence of being that exists in each individual. This experience can happen through the awakening of a powerful and gentle energy known as Kundalini.
We have within us a power, I call it as Kundalini, which is kept in the triangular womb, which is sleeping there. So when you awaken that Kundalini, she passes through these various aspects of her life and she enlightens them. Not only enlightens them, but she binds them and makes them one. That is where we become above all these things and we become ourselves.
This new state of being brings contentment and serenity, allowing us to understand ourselves with clarity and balance. An inner awareness through which we find answers to our questions. This is how conflict and disputes can be overcome, because as Sri Mataji reminds us, it is not possible to build a world of peace if we do not first build it within ourselves. Once Sri Mataji had perfected the process, the moment came to put it into practice and fulfill the dream she had since her childhood.
And my father used to ask me, "What do you dream?" I said, "I want to meet all the seekers of the world. That's what I want, all over the world, all the nations." He said, "How will you do it?" I said, "I'll manage somehow." I was a very little girl. And then he said, "What should you give? What should I give you for yourself? What do you want?" I said, "I need one hut and a very big field of sugar cane." So he said, "What will you do with the sugar cane?" I said, "From one sugar cane, you can make 10 sugar canes. That's how I'll make many, many sugar canes."
And that's how she began her mission, traveling around the world, meeting people of all ages, social standing, creed, and nationality. She was regularly invited to speak to the scientific community, academies, and political institutions, without ever neglecting the humblest communities in small villages and towns. And despite the immensity of her commitments, travel, and endless meetings, Sri Mataji always radiated joy and a vitality that belied her age.
People say, "You travel, travel." I never travel. I'm sitting here or I'm sitting there. What is that? Where am I traveling? So you don't think on those lines. So thoughtless awareness is the first